box. Time for the next one. This is the November Retro Game Treasures box. It's old video games, in case this is the first episode you've ever seen. That'd be weird, though. We're a small channel. But time to see what we got before Christmas. My third box of this order will be December, which is... God, if they send me a bunch of Christmas games. I only just thought of that. But this is... Maybe we'll have a bunch of Thanksgiving games in here. That would be interesting. The October one had racing games and no... like Halloween stuff, so I seriously doubt that. But here we go. Proof. I have not opened it. It is as blind as a box gets. And I always try to come up with something funny to say about the fact that they've got these like tips for unboxing and stuff. And it's like, yes, I am actually already making a video anyway, so get rid of the plastique. And we'll try to cover up. Oh God. Okay, so we're gonna start with this GBA game. What is it? It's, oh, Jesus Christ, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. That's, oh boy, I don't know. Now they say on their website, this will be a good talking point. They say on their site that they specifically do not send like known really shit games. They use some Lord of the Rings or like a Harry Potter game or something for the GBA is one of their like examples, along with like, they say like, oh, we'll never send you Superman for the N64, that kind of thing, right? But, you know, at the same time, it's like, should you be sending like likely unvetted license games to people just in general? But I guess we'll see. There are lots of Star Wars games, and as a result, some of them are like plenty good. So let's take a quick look at this one then. All right. Now on to the next one. I'm trying to like not even spoil myself. Let me just do this. I'm going to grab, there's another GBA game in here. And it's, oh shit, Crash Nitro Kart? Another car game. What? Okay, whatever. That's actually kind of cool. I mentioned in the last episode I actually have a thing for like car games on the GBA, and there's a good number of these like Mario Kart derivatives. And you know, the original Crash Nitro Kart on the PlayStation was pretty popular. I have no idea how people feel about the new one. They did a new one, and I feel like it came out, and then nobody talked about it. I've heard more people talk about that stupid, like, online-only, like, arena fighter game. I don't know, whatever. Crash Bash? Something like that. That's actually interesting. I imagine this will actually be pretty decent. Well, let's take a quick look. Okay, time for the third thing. I also saw there was totally something that wasn't a video game in there. But let's check. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to Oh god, that's a DS cartridge not in a case. That bothers me. This is Phineas and Ferb Ride Again for the DS. Oh man, I am not a fan of uncased DS games. Old cartridges, like GBA's, NES, SNES, Genesis cartridges, that sort of thing, like that doesn't bother me. The cartridges are big and generally fairly chonky, and that you can, they can be organized better almost without their boxes. But DS games are teeny tiny little things. I'm not a fan of there being no case for this. But we also got another licensed game. Now, admittedly, I am a proponent, sort of licensed games. Maybe not like a proponent, but the meme, right? The zeitgeist thing of like, oh, licensed games always suck, is just kind of total bullshit. Like, there's just as many bad non-licensed video games out there as there are bad licensed games. You know what I mean? And there's tons of good licensed games. Like every NES Capcom licensed game for Disney, most Dragon Ball games, lots of Batman games. Like there's so many. It's not even worth like trying to list them all. Including there's good games for stuff you wouldn't ever expect to be good. Like weird Drake and Josh or That's So Raven tie-ins on like the GBA and DS that end up being, they're actually good games. Like, sure, nothing mind-blowing, but so I don't know I guess we'll find out as I show a clip. Clip over. Okay. Next up is... I should try to get this not a video game thing out of here. What is it? It's Yoshi on... Oh, it's a stylus! Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'll use this stylus when I'm recording the clip of the Phineas and Ferb game. Obviously, I have to record the clips after the unboxing, so... Okay, what's actually next in here? So I'm trying to, like, feel it out. I think there's 2 more things in here? Yeah. Alright. Next up is... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Apparently, I really need to put what I own for consoles into their service, because I already have an imported copy of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. An original release, too, not a best of. So, that is... I am a huge Monster Hunter fan, though. So, I'm not, like, mad about it, but it also ends up being kind of a waste of a spot in my box. But this is turning into my own fault. Because I haven't, completely put my whole collection. I own over 1,400 video games, so most of which are indeed physical releases. We're talking like 900 of them are physical. So actually, probably more than that. Probably over 1,000 of them. So like, it's a lot of work. But yeah, it's Monster Hunter Portable Third. If you are familiar with Monster Hunter but not familiar with this release, basically during Gen 3, they took the Gen 2 engine and just made another game with Gen 3 additions on the PSP. I know there are people who preferred Gen 2 to Gen 3 who there as a result liked this game the best of the Generation 3 games. And it's a good game, but yeah. It is the game that introduces an ogre who became super, super hyper popular. It's one of the most popular monsters, I believe, in the whole franchise. If you've played Generations, this is the game that Yakumo, the village of Yakumo, with the big straw like farming hats, is from. That's this one. Oh god, a clip of this. Whatever. I'll do something. It'll probably be some dumb early game thing. Here's me getting a mushroom. Okay. Last one. Believe it's the last one. And I think it's another full-size thing that's stuck to the bottom of the box. Yep. We spank the shit out of boxes on this channel. It's another Wii game. Blazing Angels. Squadrons of World War II by Ubisoft. A flying game. Interesting. Experience a true feeling of flight. Use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck for intuitive aircraft control to experience a new sensation of flight. Somehow... Well, okay, it said intuitive, not like realistic, right? It always amazed me that with all the other peripherals for the Wii that were released, that nobody made a peripheral that was just like a joystick base to click the Wii Remote into and then have the Wii Remote be a joystick. Right? Like, it doesn't even have to be, it just needs to be something that holds it so that you can comfortably use it like a joystick. It could still just use the normal rotational stuff to do its thing, and the game just expects the Wii Remote to be held straight up and down. I was always amazed that that was not a thing. Pilot 46 authentic aircraft, including the P-51 Mustang, British Spitfire, German Bf-109, and the Japanese Zero. Action-packed World War II air combat, including all new preemptive strike and New Georgia missions. So, wait, is this a port? That sounds like it's a port then. Huh. It's probably just going to be a fairly generic dogfighter game. So, here's a clip.
There you go, direct hit. Great maneuver. I see you got it. Keep practicing. This'll help you a lot during air combat. Thought we were done with the balloons. Hang on, that's a German kite over there. It's doing recon.
You think we can take him in this crate?
I got faith in you, Captain. Take him out.
Um mich aufzuhalten, braucht es schon mehr.
run for it. Don't let him get away. Hot damn. Your first kill. Congratulations, Captain.
Okay. And that was the November box. I remember what month of the year it is that I'm currently existing in. Definitely don't ever forget that. Definitely a more diverse box than last month, which was, what was that, 3 racing games and Mario 64. So we got 2 licensed games, which are probably going to be very different, because that one's going to be just, like a straight up action game. I am actually curious what Phineas and Ferb's going to be when I record that footage. Lazy platformer, or are they going to do something actually clever where it's like maybe some kind of walk around, solve puzzles kind of game? Crash Nitro, I mean, I'm sure that's going to be fine. And Blazing Angels, again, that's probably going to be fairly generic. Again, I haven't recorded the footage yet, so but this is probably going to be a fairly generic, perfectly serviceable thing. I'm curious about the nunchucks usage. I was expecting it to be purely the Wii remote before I read the back, and Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. That is hilarious. I would go like get my normal copy off the shelf or something, but I don't know. It's not really worth the effort. I don't think it's whatever. That is so zany to me. I don't know. Maybe even I kind of wonder if because surely there's when they're making the boxes, there's like an individual putting the stuff in the box, right? So I wonder what the decision-making process is. And if I had to assume that they probably put in a lot of filler, stylus, I suppose. And you could see this as kind of filler, I suppose. And then there's like one game in there that's supposed to be like your really, oh shit, you're cool get, which would probably have been Japanese Mario 64 last time, and Monster Hunter Portable 3rd this time. Unfortunately, I'm a lot more of a gamer than most people are. It's just kind of the truth. And I already own this. So we did get 5 games this time instead of 4. That's nice. Didn't like how I got a DS game without the case. Again, I'm more of a gamer than most people, so I actually have spare empty DS cases to put it into one of, but I would have vastly preferred getting the actual case with the manual and stuff. I cannot remember. I think actually I said it was okay because I thought they wouldn't. My expectation is that they won't send cartridges if I say that I don't want things that don't have their boxes. But I don't know if that's actually true or not. So yeah, there you go. That's about all the blathering I can think of for this one. Probably just gonna have to give this to somebody. I don't know who, but I guess I'll give that to somebody. And probably put the stylus in the junk drawer and forget it exists. Oops.